Do you want to be a successful artist, being a full-time musician, but feel you're too shy to succeed? Well, there's a way of getting around that, and here's how. In this digital era, there's people walking down the street just talking to their phones on their Instagram story. There's vloggers all over YouTube. There's kids recording TikToks in their bedroom. And sometimes it can feel that if you're not an extrovert, you can't succeed. But that's just not the truth. There are introverts in this music industry. There are shy people that have been very successful. Developing a music career as an introvert can be quite discouraging because you feel that a lot of situations which can lead to success in music, you have to kind of be a quite confident person. And if you've got social anxiety, that can be very difficult, but it is doable. I'm going to explain how you, a shy artist, can still succeed in this industry and be working on tactics which will grow your music career, whilst also not having to go outside of your comfort zone too much and feel uncomfortable. However, at the end of the day, if you do want to succeed, there are times where you're going to have to feel uncomfortable, and even the most confident people in this industry have had to do it. So even though I'm going to explain to you how you can still be successful as an introvert, there are a few things that I'm going to explain which may take you a little bit outside of your comfort zone, but if you want it enough, I promise you it's worth it. The first thing is actually being honest to yourself and realizing that you actually are a shy person. And that's completely normal. There are a lot of artists out there that are shy. Even Adele, who's played some of the biggest venues in the world, says she's petrified of the audience. She's absolutely terrified of playing live. And a lot of people would think she's an extrovert, but if you think about it, she doesn't really do that many interviews. And if she does, she's quite a character. It's a bit of a persona. So there are artists out there that aren't the most confident. And if you're not, that's okay. You just need to tell yourself, it's okay, I'm shy, that's part of my personality. For you introverts, the best thing in this digital era is the internet, because it allows you to be an introvert. It allows you to be in your bedroom and work on your music career if you want to. Because in the past, artists had to play live. Artists had to go out and meet people. There was no other way of them meeting industry professionals, meeting other musicians, but you have the internet. You have the chance to network with people, build an audience, all from your bedroom. So if you are an introvert and you really don't want to just go out and meet people, you don't want to go out and network, then focus on the internet. First of all, you need to work out what you're actually scared to do. Are you shy talking to a camera? Are you shy just speaking aloud? Are you shy putting your opinion across? Work out what it is and work around that. So if you're really, really shy and you don't want to put your face in front of the camera, you don't want to speak, then you could be looking at doing blog posts. You could be looking at putting all your content on social media as pictures and then putting the caption as a full blog post, because the word limit on Instagram is huge. You can write so much. So if you head over to our Instagram, you'll find that the majority of our posts have very large captions. And yes, our videos are telling artists, they're educating them on what to do in the music industry, just like our YouTube channel. But there's also very, very detailed captions, which are sort of like blog posts. And as an introverted artist, you can do the same. However, you might be less shy than this. You might find that you're actually okay talking to the camera. And to be honest, a lot of shy people are, because they're shy talking to people in person, but talking to a camera or doing a podcast is completely different. So give it a go. See if there's any YouTube videos you could be creating. See if there's any podcasts that you can be creating. And both of those things, all three of those things, blog posts included, are fantastic for building a brand for an artist. It also gives you the opportunity to meet other artists as well, because you might find that by creating this content, you're building relationships with other people. For example, say you started a podcast based around guitar playing, and it's educating people on guitars, it's talking about your own opinion on guitars, and then next thing you know, your podcast does very well, and other guitarists start taking interest. They might jump into your DMs and start a conversation with you, and you could bring them into your podcast. And this is much easier to do for a shy person because you have the power in this situation, rather than going to a networking event and sort of having to force a conversation on someone. When you've got the attention and you've got the power in it, the other person wanting to collaborate with you will hold the conversation, and as an introvert that can feel a lot better. As I said at the beginning of the video, there are some times where you need to step outside of your comfort zone, and that's where networking events are sort of essential, because you need to be meeting people in the industry. And yes, you could be doing this over social media, but the best way to do this is to actually meet people in person. So as I said, you will need to step outside of your comfort zone. However, you don't need to worry. I know as an introvert, it's terrifying. The idea of going into a room where you don't know anyone, your social anxiety will be hitting the roof. I understand, but with networking, it's worth it, and that's what you need to have in the back of your mind always. In these sort of situations, you need to tell yourself, how bad do I want it? And as an artist, a lot of you guys, I think you want it bad. So the best thing to do for networking events is to A, practice beforehand so you know what you're saying when you're going to these people. B, look at the people that are going so you can work out what to say to them, what their job role is, to have a plan in action. And 3, have in the back of your mind always why you're there. Because if you enter that room thinking, I'm doing this because I know it's going to better my music career, you will feel so much more confident. And I know a lot of you, sometimes when you go to networking events, sometimes when you're at music industry events overall, you'll be looking at the extroverts thinking, I wish I was like that. I wish I could be engaging in a conversation, being this confident. But I promise you, I've met a lot of extroverted musicians who mess up conversations because they talk so much. The confidence becomes cocky in a way, which you do not want. Introverts are sometimes the best networkers because they are so good at listening. And remember to keep that, because I know when you're shy, you can overtalk because you're so nervous, but keep listening because that's the most powerful thing. People in the music industry love talking about themselves. So if you go into that networking event, ask a few questions, but just listen, you'll be a lot more memorable than the people that just speak and speak and speak and speak. It's possible to be successful in this music industry if you're shy, I promise you. And if you have any more questions about how you can do certain things as an introverted musician, make sure to comment below and we'll definitely be answering them. I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, smash that like button. And if you haven't joined the community yet, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified when we upload. And we'll be back soon with more music marketing advice.